Hi guys! Welcome to the good news. And finally, we are here. This is something that we've always been praying for. This is a dream come true for us because we always wanted to have a space where the good news will be highlighted. I know there's so many bad news that's happening, but there's so much to be grateful for. There's so many things na highlight naman in our everyday lives. And so guys, we just want to welcome you. This is a dream project and we're so glad that you are here. You're part of this and we are just really looking forward to a lot of meaningful conversations with you guys. Kaya naman, for today, we are just really excited na let's chill, let's talk about the good stuff, let's talk about what's happening in the world, and not maybe actually, I'm sure that we are gonna get something good out of everything that's happening. Kaya naman, speaking of what's happening, guys, ano nga ba nangyayari sa mundo ngayon? Everybody is on our social media every day, diba? Last week, what happened in Mexico, nakalagay dito, tourists got stuck in Mexico dahil what happened? One kingpin, one of the talagang drug lords, pinatay siya. He got executed and so sabi din dito, surge of violence after Mexico's most wanted killed. So ang grabe, ang gulo-gulo sa Mexico ngayon and a lot of tourists for the longest time, they have always felt so safe in Mexico. But now, para bang nagkakagulo. Dahil siguro, of course, ang daming resistance eh. 'Di ba? If there is someone that's really powerful and very influential, magwawala talaga yan. And that's the domino effect of a lot of things na matagal na kasi itong problem eh. The drug war in Mexico and not just in Mexico but around the world. That's why, wow, eto, isa na to sa mga bad news, 'di ba? But hindi pa yan, hindi pa nagtatapos yan. Of course, everybody knows what's happening in Iran, in Israel, in the Middle East, and talagang it's very evident that wow, is this the end of times? Is this an accident that this is happening right now? I believe it's not an accident kasi, in the Bible, this is everything that's happening is actually part of the prophecy in the end times. And, ang mga ina-attack kasi ngayon, yun yung mga areas where yun din yung mga sinabi sa Bible, 'di ba? Na the nation that will be against Israel, but here in every part of UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan, ayan, lahat yan, and Israel, lahat yan inaatake ngayon ng Iran. And the question mark here is that everything that is happening right now, bad news dito, bad news dyan, not just in our personal lives, baka in your personal lives, baka marami ding atake, na ba? So that we may be more this can be more relatable in our personal lives, but beyond that, in the bigger setting in the world, now that this is all happening, bad news, so what? Now that is the question. So what? Diba? I mean, maybe some of us were not too affected, but for me personally, I just want to share, I am actually affected. And maybe I'm not there, and maybe yes, you are not there, or you are there. Now, so what? What are we gonna do? What should be our response to this? I mean, yes, one of the best things that we can do right now is to really pray, to pray for everyone, to pray for the leaders, to pray for provision, for peace. Pero beyond that, maybe also this is an invitation. This is an invitation to respond, to answer to what God is asking us to do. So I want to share this very powerful verse that really enlightened me. Na I believe whether you are a Christian or a non-believer, this is a moment to realize something, to be awakened. And ang ganda nito, sabi ng Joel 2:12, it says, even now that the world is so crazy, the world is at war, even now declares the Lord, return to me. So, more than anything, this is an invitation. Diba? Ang hirap to see this as an invitation. Kasi, obviously, the first thing that we are accustomed to respond to this kind of setting is, okay, Lord, papanic na ako. May sense ba to sa personal life ko din? And if we are not that affected, it's also a question mark where, okay, so what's next, 'di ba? So ang dami questions. Actually, ang gulo ko, 'di ba? Pero what I'm saying is that even now, there's something to look forward to. There's something to respond to. And maybe the best response to this is to really return to God. Maybe you feel like you're too far from God, you're too far from all these bad news, but still, there is an open door here to return to God and think about our ways, to think about, wait, okay pa ba yung buhay ko? Okay pa ba yung ginagalawan ko? Or if yung kung sakto lang yung buhay mo, parang wait, maybe there's more in store in our lives. And here it says, return to me with all your heart, with fasting and weeping and mourning, with all your heart. You know, I mean, most of the time we're so busy with our own lives. We're so busy with everything about us, everything about what's in it for us. Pero maybe this time, there is a bigger stuff to care about, which is the world, which is your community, which is your family, 'di ba? The bigger than yourself. Before ganun din ako eh. Talagang parang I'm so stuck with me. I'm so stuck with my personal that I'm so blinded with what's happening around me. And maybe that's also you, that okay naman yan. You're so motivated, you're so driven to establish your life, to establish yourself. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be feeling, ewan ko sa inyo, pero ako, dumating sa point na I would feel so empty. I would feel so lost with me, with everything about me. And so God is really saying, return. Maybe there's something out there that has to be thought of. And yun nga, I want to emphasize that even now, whatever it is that you're going through, there's something that we have to be awakened of. And sabi dito, just to continue that, Joel, to rend your heart and not your garments. Diba? Most of the time, we're so busy with the outside, the garments. Diba? Yun eh, yung sinasabi ni Lord na yung panglabas natin, the image, the identity, everything to prove something about us, dun tayo busy. But now, God is saying, rend your heart. Maybe dito ka naman mabusy. Your heart, what's the status of your heart? Are you that kind of person who would care about others, who would care about prayers, who would care about peace? Diba? This is, sabi dito, return to the Lord your God, for He is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger, and abounding in love, and He relents from sending calamity. So speaking of calamity, there's so many calamities in the world, not just the war, maybe yung mga may bagyo, may earthquake, here and there, a lot of shaking, but here's the good news, guys. Ito na yun. Here's the good news. Sabi dito, God is abounding in love. So, if love is available, how will you respond to it? 'Di ba? In spite of all the calamities, merong available na love. 'Di ba? Maybe minamaliit na natin tong love na to. We don't really believe in the power of what love can do. And so we become so negative. We become so self-centered. We become so, alam mo yung life that is all about us. And so now, hindi naman to rebuke na, oh ganyan, ba't mo ginagawa to? Ang sama mong tao. Hindi naman ganun. But rather, it's a moment to realize that, wait, I'm gonna step aside and think about the love that is hindi yung ikaw yung pipilitan mo to have that love, but a love that you can just receive. And this is God's love. This is the greatest love that you can ever have. And this is the most powerful thing anybody can have. And I believe this is the secret to the war that's happening right now, that everybody in the world would just grasp that we have already been given the best love. And that's coming from, eto never to mapapanis. Ito ang verse na talagang will really save the world. Ayan, ito sabi John 3:16, we know this. For God so loved the world. For God so loved you and me. For God so loved the most broken person. For God so loved the most sinful. For God so loved the most selfish people. For God so loved the most, yung pinaka-wasak, pinaka-patapon. For God so loved you and me. For God so loved the world that He gave His only Son, that whoever believes in Him shall not perish, but have eternal life. That is the best good news we will ever have. That it's not the end of our lives. As long as we look forward to this love and we receive this love, and we get to grasp the greatest love of all time. We get to see that, wow, in spite of all the bad news, in spite of all the calamities, there's something to look forward to. There's something to live for. There's something to fight for. And yes, that is our purpose. Maybe in your life right now, you're thinking, wait, may purpose pa ba ako? Meron pa bang pinapatunguhan yung buhay ko? We keep running like we are on a treadmill. We keep running like, okay, sobrang hustle is real, girl boss, talagang everything, this and there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna establish this, everything. But now is the time to think about more than all of those things in our own world. Maybe there's a world out there. Yes, there's a world out there that really needs this, that really needs purpose-driven people that would fight for love, that would fight for peace, more than fighting for your own sake. This is really a very timely message na, oh nga no, God, thank you for speaking to us today, that we have a mission, that we are living for something bigger than ourselves, bigger than our lives. That maybe one day your spark, your fire can be used to change the world. Do not belittle that. I believe that, one small fire can spark a wildfire, meaning your fire, your passion can be used for kingdom works, can be used for something big that can really impact people's lives. And I feel like that's the most fulfilling thing we can ever do in our lives, yung talagang your mission accomplished. So guys, that's the good news for today. And I want to leave you with this, that someone out there, you who's watching, you need to know that God still loves you. You're never too far from your mission. You're never too far from your purpose. And hindi ka sobrang layo to return to God, because God has always been waiting for you. Always been waiting for you to return. One surrender, one sorry, one moment of realization where, God, I give up on me. I give up on my own thing, and I just want to surrender my life to you. So that is the best decision you can ever make in your life. So I pray this 2026, this will be your year of, you're gonna stand your ground. You're gonna be committed to pursue the good life in the good ways. And that is really the best route for you. The best is yet to come. And we're just so excited to be part of this journey with you. That's why this is the mission of the good news, that in spite of all the craziness and chaos in the world, this is the heart of the show. That's why, guys, we want you to really be part of the conversations here. And we believe something good is still happening. No headline, no crisis, no force can take away the goodness planted in humanity. Something good has been planted here, generations from generations, and it's just about to go. It's just about to burst. The best is yet to come in this world, and the hope that's coming from God is still here, ready. He is offering this right now, and through real conversations like this. Ito yung masarap yung totoo lang. Yung wala kang tinatago. You just share your heart. You are just really raw. You are open. And we pray that we open this door for people to just be open. Kahit feel mo you're not worthy, all of us, we're not worthy for this. But still, God has given us this open door to be honest with our stories and make meaningful moments. And the good news reminds us that the light still breaks through the dark. So no one is ever too dark. Love still wins, and faith still makes sense. faith still makes sense actually for the everyday life, even now. Even now. So, yeah, guys, we are just so excited to have you guys on board. And that's it for today. There's so much more to look forward to. And guess what, guys? Hindi lang naman dito sa studio yung good news. We're gonna go around the Philippines. We're gonna go around Manila. We're gonna go around the city, the streets, the buildings, offices. Grabe, naiyak ako kasi this is really something that we have really wanted to do. A dream where you can see faith everywhere. You can see worship everywhere. You can see revival happening everywhere. So that is the power of the good news. So guys, watch out for more and we'll see you guys on the next episode. So see you guys. Bye!